Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of All Started with Mouse podcast. I am Nick Labazetta.
And I'm Tony.
Anthony, I got a comment from one of our listeners for our last episode. He says his idea for what to do with Tomorrowland Speedway. He knows we don't like IPs, but he says update the carts so they're not spewing gas. Then maybe change the carts to more of the Wreck-It Ralph racing.
I like it. And I think that if Tomorrowland Speedway ever does change, I think the idea is Wreck-It Ralph.
Something like that. Yeah.
But
that'd
good.
That'd be a great. That comes from Nick Kelly. Give him a follow on Instagram, Nick0814.
Imagineer in the making. I'd like to give a little shout out and say I hate everyone currently at Walt Disney World right now because we're sitting here in beautiful Buffalo, New York. It's like -20, real feel, and nice and snowy out. So much love to the people of Chicago.
Yeah, at least we're not them.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we talking about today, Anthony?
We are doing our top 10 places in Walt Disney World. And, it's a little generic, but we try to narrow it down. We're always talking about how we love more than just the rides. Disney World's more than just the rides. So we said 10 places in Disney World, but they can't be rides, and they have to be something specific. So you can't say Tomorrowland. Not that we would ever say Tomorrowland,
Never.
Of course. But I'm excited to see what you got on your list. You didn't want to talk about them. So we check to see, if we have some crossovers. I think there's maybe one or two, but we're surprising each other.
That's right.
So let's just start with Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom?
Yeah,
Okay.
I said Main Street because I assume that's yours.
I do have one on
Go
Main
ahead.
Street. It is the side street where you, with the umbrellas and the tables, you can hear the dancing.
Oh, I love that.
That's a nice place just to sit down. You can watch that dude do the caricatures right by there. It is, I think it's in between Main Street Bakery and Crystal Arts, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it's Center Street.
Maybe it's Pandora. It's Uptown Jewelers and Crystal Arts. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think.
So yeah, it's just you'll see a little side street as you walk down on your right hand side of Main Street.
That's a fantastic place. It might be my favorite place on Main Street. It's just a great example of how they want you to believe that Main Street is a real place with real residents, because you sit down under those two windows slightly opened, and you hear the tap dancing, you hear the girls singing scales, and then you look up and it's tap dancing classes and singing lessons. Like, it's just again, Disney World. There's no reason to do it.
Yeah,
Probably. Well, I always go to see if I can hear it. I'm usually the only one there. There's no reason to do it, but it's just that little extra, that little push. And even the people who aren't, like us, looking them out, I think the normal person, when they walk down Main Street and they get that feeling of, I just love being here, it's because of those little things. Even if they're not noticing them, they got it subconsciously. They got it in their brain. So yeah, I love that.
It's great theming. It's great just to sit down and people watch, or it's a relaxing little area away from the crowds. Everything about it is just amazing.
And some nice windows. Like the tribute windows.
Yeah.
I don't remember the names, but I was sitting there listening to the tap dancing stuff, and the tour actually came around. I think it was Keys of the Kingdom, and they were pointing out all the names and windows. So if you're a fan of catching the names on the windows, seeing what they did, that's a good place too. So yeah, I like it. All right, I am going to go from Main Street, take a left into Adventureland. Now this, I'm going to be cheating right off the bat. This is a stretch of land from the Skipper Canteen to Pirates. Just walking.
That's a lot.
Just walking it. So because I love Adventureland for the feel of Adventureland. Obviously the rides, the attractions are great. Love a good Dole Whip. We love Skipper Canteen. But there's something just walking down that main stretch where you get the sounds of the drums, like in our intro music. You get the sounds of Skipper Canteen as you walk by that. You get the spraying of the tiki fountains, which I love. You see the tiki torches around Aloha Isle. You hear Pirates Life for Me playing in the background. You walk past the queue, you get a whiff of that great smell of the Pirates water. It's just one of those places where I can walk up and down there, not stop anywhere, or stop at every single one of those places. It's just a perfect place to just walk, take a little stroll, relax. I love it.
I'll let it slide for this time.
Because it's so good.
Yep. Do I have anything in Adventureland? No. So let's go to the next land, Frontierland. in my area is the walkway, the bridge, where no one ever is, to the side, right by the river, where you can like access, go to the two mountains very easily if you're by the Liberty Square area. It's great because like it's such an obvious place, but no, like you don't ever see anyone walking it. There's all in the big crowd on the main road, not knowing where to go. And like there's great photo opportunities there. You can get some of the boat, you can get some of the two mountains, the haunted mansion. It's just so beautiful there, and so nice just to walk there and just not have to deal with the loud crowds.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love, just being right on the water. You got the little waterfall. They call it the Little Mississippi. It's supposed to represent the Mississippi River, because Frontierland is like the west, Liberty Square is the east, Mississippi River divides the country. Just those little details that they put in there. It's ridiculous how good it is. Yeah, and you're right. It's always it's so much less crowded, and it's really nice at night. Like when the sun's just starting to set, and you like get off Splash Mountain, and you're in that little area. Really nice. They got the lights. It's like the old-fashioned Western lights lighting it up. Really nice.
Even if you're there at nighttime and the fireworks are happening, I know Anthony doesn't like the fireworks, but that's a great view, like different angles of where the fireworks go off, and you can hear the music pipe in. Everything's great about it.
Nice pick. All right. So here's one where we overlap.
Yep.
And I have New Fantasyland on my list, but I'm going to narrow it down to what may be my favorite place in any park, Gaston's Tavern.
Yeah. It's just, there's nothing wrong about it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's just like, I remember just sitting there, had a Lefroy's brew, and just enjoying just the people watching, seeing Gaston do the meet and greet.
The tavern smells so good, too.
Yeah.
Like, I know obviously everything smells good in Disney, but like, how would you describe the scent? Like,
would it be like a cinnamon?
Cinnamon, or is it? It's like it's like wood burning.
I never.
Whatever it is,
that,
it's
yeah.
fantastic. I love the instrumental versions of the Beauty and the Beast songs that they have inside the tavern.
Oh, it's the best.
At the main walk area. Even the bathrooms. The bathrooms are super nice. Detailed. It's like Madame and Monsieur, something like that. There's things written on the wall. Gaston sells hunting equipment, so there's like signs for hunting equipment on the wall. It's just a great place. And you're right. I don't think there's ever been a trip since that's been there where we haven't just sat down for like a little while. And the details in the tavern are fantastic too. The thing I also love about it is this: you turn, you're standing in the middle of the area, you turn around and you got Seven Doors Mine Train, and you got that great waterfall gushing down. The mountain's beautiful. You got the people on the thing waving hi to them, and then you look to your left, you can see it from the area, right?
Yeah.
Or take a few steps and then you see Beast's Castle. See that roaring waterfall? Oh, Gaston's Tavern is one of those places where there's no attraction. It's not a big restaurant, but still Disney does it right.
Yeah, and I love his antlers and all his decorating.
Yeah.
His big statue, his big portrait of him.
Yeah.
His fountain, obviously.
Yeah.
And then the chair. Like,
I love that
just
chair.
sit in the chair. Sit in the chair. Just you have to do it every time you're there, no matter what.
Yeah, you got
get a little picture.
Yeah, and there's great details. Like there's a knife in the woods, a knife in the wood up top that I've been going for 5 years since it's open. I never noticed until the last time. There's the dartboard. Just so many great little things. I love Gaston's Tavern.
Is that everything for Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, that's the big 3 or 4.
Yeah. Want to go to Epcot now?
Let's do it. You can go first.
All right. It will be.
Unless, do you have a place? Do you have anything in Future World?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So in Future World, it is probably the least popular place in Future World. Hated by all. It is the Imagination Pavilion.
Oh, okay. So we have the same thing.
You have that?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the fountain is just amazing, and it's amazing photo opportunities. Every time I'm there, I'll wait for the monitor to come by to get that picture.
I did the exact same thing.
I was once there with friends, and I was like, "You have to wait," and they all took the pictures with me. They were like, "Oh my gosh, you weren't kidding! This is great." If you're lucky, you won't have people coming out of the film festival, so it's just an empty area. It's the jumping fountains.
You know what? I don't think the popping fountains work.
They don't work anymore?
I've noticed that in the last couple.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything about that area is just so peaceful.
Yeah, the Imagination Fountain is on my list too. I think it's just a classic slice of old school Epcot. Imagination. Imagineers wanted to do a waterfall, but something different, so they reverse it. I remember even as a kid seeing that, and I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. Like it just instantly makes you think, oh, this is something different. The attraction might suck, but you walk into it thinking like, all right, there's a reverse waterfall, shooting water, something's different here. Something's not, as it should be. I think you're so right. It's so I sit up there, I just watch this water go from pod to pod. I don't care how many times I've seen it. It just hypnotizes me. I always check to see if the one is broken, if it's going to be a nice smooth bounce, if it's going to be like
Just a splatter.
just there's a big splatter on the ground.
Yeah, I always try not to catch the water.
I always see the kids try and catch it. I saw a kid last time get right in front of it. It soaked them. It was those streams are big, and yeah, you got the monorail going. You can see the land. Just there's so much grass, green in that area around Flower and Garden. It's gorgeous. You got you can't really see the topiaries because they're on the side, but you've got the like little things in the water, which I love. Just the little like plant things in the water.
Yeah, little booby things.
Yeah. Just I assume there'll be a change to the Imagination Pavilion. I really hope they don't screw around with that aspect of it because it's just so simple and so nice. And it's again, like these things, most people are probably walking past them. They don't care. But these are the things that make Disney different. These dumb little things that only the big fans really get. But the normal fan will kind of, be walking and just, spot in the back. Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I think just it's such a nice, peaceful place. All these places, like, there's nothing real special about them other than, like, it's a nice, tranquil area. Like, there's nothing.
They're places to, sit down, catch your breath, or have a nice little walk. Because Disney, even if it's like a trip like for that me and you will take, like it's gonna be relaxing. It's gonna be, you're walking everywhere. You're sweating. It's gonna be, you need to take a nap.
Yeah.
You're gonna sleep, like a dead man at the end of the day. So you need some of those moments just to, catch your breath, relax.
It just goes to show that it's not all about the ride in
Absolutely.
Disney. You want to go next?
Yeah, because I guess that was technically yours. So mine is, and we've talked about this before, and I think it was on your list, but you said I could have it.
Yeah.
The Japan Gardens, starting with the waterfall on top of the eating area for, what's it called, Yakitori's? Yakitori House?
Mitsukushi? Is that the
That's
shop?
the shop.
Yeah.
Yakitori might be the old name, but yeah, the quick service up on the little hill. Those waterfalls, again, tranquil, peaceful, just a gorgeous little area. They got the those lights. What are those lights called?
The paper lanterns?
Yeah, paper lanterns. So nice. And then you walk down the mountain, walk down the hill, and the stream follows you. You've got the fish, in the koi ponds. You got
I love the koi ponds.
You got the like the stone tea lanterns that represent things that the emperors and tea shop owners would light to, get people to come to their places. You've got, little hidden areas that have, like, there's the one little hidden seating area, and then right behind it there's the statue of, like, the bird god thing.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's just this is the whole area, no ride, no great restaurant. I could sit there for an hour.
Yeah.
It is fantastic. Morning, noon, night, I don't care.
It's like it's part of one of the places in the World Showcase where, like, if you're sitting, you can't see the ball, you can't see, like, the people walking. It's just like you feel like you're in a different place.
You feel like you're not in a crazy jam-packed theme park. And you can be dumb in, like, America or the UK or something, but when you really get down to it and you see these great little hidden areas at places like Japan or even, I'm going to say Germany and Italy now.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that, for me, really stand out. Go ahead, Nick. You
Next.
got anything in World Showcase?
Yeah, Germany, actually.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
There you go.
It is the area, I've talked about this many times, but it's the area across from the pavilion where you can just sit on the benches, look out at the water, watch the boats go by. If you're lucky, you can see the big globe from Illuminations go by. You can have a grapefruit beer, a pretzel. It's just something from the bakery. It's just so peaceful. And then that's probably the prime place for Illuminations viewings or wherever the new show is going to be. just because like you're out a little bit, no one's there really. Whereas like we're in the France Morocco area, it's much more crowded. You might have to get there a little early, but it's definitely worth it for that beautiful view. And I just think everything about it's a great little place just to sit down and relax and have a snack.
Yeah, I wish I could contribute something to this, but I've literally never been there, or literally never noticed it, so I have to rectify that on the upcoming trip. So I'm done with Epcot. Are you?
I think so. Let me double check. Yep,
And then I don't have anything in Hollywood Studios, but you do. So.
I do. Yeah, it's new. It's Woody's Lunchbox. I do enjoy sitting there eating a Pop-Tarters sandwich. I was there a few times, just got a nice meal. My first time there, I was with a couple friends, and we're just sitting around, and I'm just looking around and discovering all the details that Toy Story Land is. Like the Let's Eat blocks, the flag that's a ripped piece of loose leaf notebook paper.
Isn't there a letter from his mom on like the notebook? Like it's like in his lunchbox. There's like ripped pieces of paper, and it's a letter from Andy's mom. Like, have a good day.
I think
or
you're
something.
right. Yes, yeah. The crackers are little critters.
I love the cheese. Like those spreadables cheeses.
The seats. Yeah, they're the Baybel cheeses.
You got the soldiers, toy soldiers up there.
They're guarding to make sure Andy. And like I was looking around and I saw like, oh, those are popsicle sticks, the benches. Or you look out in the distance, you see that the edge of the world is a fence to make it even more obvious that you shrunk down to a toy and you're in a backyard. And everything about that's great. And I just think like that's one of the places you can just sit down, relax. Even if you just walk around, see Andy's footprints, look at the big Luxo ball. I think that area is just very nice and also tranquil.
I agree with everything except tranquil. I do not feel relaxed in Toy Story.
Sitting down at Woody's Lunchbox, I did. Maybe walk.
All right.
Like if you have nothing to do there, like if you don't want to get to the rides, there's no rush.
Yeah, that's true. It's just. Well, I guess you'll disagree when I say my other place that's just as popular as Toy Story Land. But yeah, it's a fantastic place. I was nervous that Toy Story Land would be rushed, and I'm so glad I was proven wrong because it's not Pandora, okay, but it is. It's great for what it is. Great details, great place to eat. I can't wait to do the ride. Yeah, I love it. So speaking of Pandora is my next one, and I had to pick a place. I couldn't just say Pandora. That was against the rules. So I decided I'm going to pick standing in front of that. It's like the Hill of Waterfalls. You know what I'm talking
Talking about the Flight of Passage queue.
No.
Then I don't know what
The
you're talking
opposite side.
about. Okay.
I'm going to show you a picture. It's like covered in moss, and there's like it's like a little.
Is there a PhotoPass guy there?
I don't know. I don't look at PhotoPass. Like I never pay attention to that. But it is, and it's like 5 or 6 mini waterfalls right here. So you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waterfalls right
so
there.
it is. Yeah, if you're looking at Flight of Passage, it's literally just turn around.
Yes.
And there is a PhotoPass guy there now too.
That is like, obviously I'm a waterfall fan, and when I look at that, it's just like, I could stand here for a day. Like I don't care what, like the hurricane's coming, I don't care. I will stand here and just look. Like I have like 400 pictures of the exact same thing. I have like 400 videos of the exact same thing, water falling down the moss. But it's just, you got that, you got the noises around you, and it's like you turn around and then you see the floating mountain, which is why I also love the area. You see that great floating mountain, you see the waterfall coming down. You can see, I'll get into that if we do Pandora details. But like how the waterfall is askew coming down because the floating mountain crashed. That's why it's not technically floating. There's a backstory to it. And you can see on the mountain, like the water where it originally was falling left a mark. So like you can see where it used to fall and where it falls now. I'll show you a picture of that later. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So you got that. You got the little pond where the water flows into. You look and you can just see the vines and the moss and the detail. You close your eyes. You don't even have to close your eyes, but you can, you just hear the sounds, hear the noises. You are, as corny as it sounds, like you're not in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
You like, I don't feel like I'm in Japan when I'm in Japan, obviously. I don't feel like I'm in Africa when I'm in, going on the Jungle Cruise. I don't feel like I'm in Animal Kingdom when I'm in Pandora. It's like something's changed.
Yeah,
it's amazing how they did it.
It's the like all-star place of immersion.
Yeah, because it's not just sight. It's sight. There's some smells in some area, and it's. I think a big thing is the music. Like there's no music. It's just nature sounds.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could stare at the waterfall, then you stare at the flowing mountain. You go up the stairs a little. This is cheating, but you go up those stairs, and you got those squirting creatures. Although Disney, get on it. One of them was flipped over the last time I was there.
Fix it.
You cannot. You need to maintain quality of Pandora. But yeah, I mean, again, we rave about Pandora like every other episode. But I love Flight of Passage, love Satuli, love Navi River. I could stand there and just, like, again, it's something they didn't need to add all these water features. They didn't need to add all this, beauty. They did to make, and this is why it took so long to build this place. People were complaining. It's been 47 years since they announced it's still not open. You go and you look at it once and you say, okay, I get why. And again, it's I might be wrong to call it relaxing just because.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I agree that place is relaxing, but it's tough when it's like literally the most popular land in a theme park, probably in the world.
Yeah,
now.
It's relaxing because like if we don't have to go on the rides.
Yeah, but then you got like, fat old ladies and kids bumping into you. I gotta get on the Avatar ride.
Yeah, but still, like I was there.
But no, it is very like you can just zone everyone out, like meditate.
Exactly. I was there when the rides were shut down. That's not relaxing for anyone planning to go on the rides. Not relaxing for any of the cast members. But I
Were you really?
Yeah, I was. But I wasn't worried about that. So I was just taking pictures, just enjoying the ambiance. I was relaxed.
It must have been a mess.
It was a mess, and the best part of it all was I was right in front of the Flight of Passage queue when they said, "Hey, we're back up and running," and there's a giant line of people waiting to get in, and there's such a crowd of people. I snuck in. I cut 90% of the line
Good for you.
and walked on Flight of Passage.
Good for you.
I got a stink eye from some people, so I called. I called you or one of my friends. I'm like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Just acting all aloof that
That's
like
funny.
I didn't know what I just did.
I'm just trying to meet up with you. Where are you? That's good.
Yeah, it was great.
I remember the first morning we were in Pandora. It was a couple years ago, and the water features weren't turned on yet. And seeing like I was there as they turned on.
Oh, that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
It was kind of a cool moment. But yeah, so that is my Pandora, and I have a bunch for Animal Kingdom. I know you have a few, or at least one.
I have one.
Yes, go ahead.
It is. It's. I don't know how many people go here. I just noticed it a year ago. It is the Tree of Life Garden. It's just like a little. I think it's in between Pandora and Africa.
Well, it's on Discovery Island. It's around the tree.
Yeah, I'm talking about the sign. I know there's a big sign that says Tree of Life Garden. That
yeah.
we never really
It's
noticed.
it's like the flower, almost like the brown.
The wood
sign.
thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and like you can see behind the tree. It's just a nice area. Not many people know of it. You can see the trend I've been doing for all my things.
Oh yeah.
It's just a nice place. Like if you don't have to get on Flight of Passage, if you don't have to get on Everest, just check that out. Check out there's like animals too, like a little aquarium.
Yeah, that might be like the ultimate secret place in Disney, because no one really knows about it. But people who are on it, which I love, it's like they find it by accident. They're like, "Oh, what's this?" And I love that, because that's what Joe Rohde and the Imagineers who did Animal Kingdom wanted. They wanted people to wander around and find things by accident, which is why there's like even in the Oasis, there's all these little paths with animals and waterfalls. There's a suspension bridge in a cave. Remember we went up there, and then you get that great view of the Tree of Life.
Yeah.
I love those paths. Yeah, you get to see behind. You get to see the backside of water. I never really thought of that. I wonder if Jungle Cruise sued him for that one. But you get to see you're inside the Tree of Life, and you get to see. You have a viewpoint from the back of the little waterfall in front, and I guess it's really not that little. It's pretty big. Which is great always to see. Yeah. I think there's 2 trails. I think they meet up in the middle or something. You also can
I
see.
think you're right.
I think there's a waterfall in the back. There's a waterfall near Tough to Be a Bug. Yeah, just great little area. That's a great pick. So my second one for Animal Kingdom is Nomad Lounge.
I love it there.
That, you want to talk about relaxing? Maybe the most relaxing place in Disney World.
Yeah.
That is like the chairs and couches are so comfortable. You know, there's a bunch of great drinks. It's a little expensive, I'll give you that. But drinks are fantastic. Food, sometimes the food can be interesting. There was a brisket poutine that I really wish I had, but it never.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't know they had
They
that.
it had it on the menu for
Now,
a while.
are their fries like Disney fries, or did you ever see a picture of them?
Oh, what's a Disney? Like, I guess it was
Like a
Disney
McDonald's
fries.
fry.
Yeah, I think it was that. You know what? No, I don't think. I think they were a little thicker.
Okay.
Yeah, that is just the most relaxing place. I remember when we were there the first time, it was storming, just a crazy storm. We were outside and that roof covered us. We didn't feel a thing, and you're just watching the water pour into the little Discovery River that separates you from Pandora. Just absolute, like, that's a place, you know, you sit there for an hour.
We had those amazing fish tacos.
Oh, those were so good. The inside is nice too, but not nearly as nice as the
Yeah,
outside.
just go to the lounge.
Yeah, although it's like the same. Well, no, the lounge. I mean, inside the lounge.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I think Tiffin's is incredible too, but I couldn't fill my whole list with Animal Kingdom. Yeah, that Nomad Lounge. Even if you're not going to get an alcoholic drink, there's some non-alcoholic drinks. Take the kids. If you need, like, if you're doing a full day in Animal Kingdom and you need an hour to relax, you know, get those kids, you know, to calm down. Perfect place.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
What's next on your Animal Kingdom list?
Am I going? All right. Yeah, because, again, like I've been saying, Animal Kingdom might be my favorite park right now. So I'm just going nuts. All right, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. This is a queue. Does that count?
Sure.
All right. The Expedition Everest queue.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Expedition Everest, in my opinion, even with Pandora existing, is still the best themed attraction I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The story, and one day, like, I would love to get into the story because I think people who enjoy the ride, their minds will just be blown when they hear, like, what Expedition Everest really is about. Like, but the story is fantastic. It's about, you know, just real brief. The Royal Anandapur Tea Company would go through the mountains. You know, you see the tea company's logo all over the place. And then there were accidents. People, you know, what was going on. There was some talk about the fabled Yeti, so it closed. Some hikers went up to try and discover the Yeti. They got attacked. Photos were found of them, which is in the queue. And it caused a jump in tourists coming to Anandapur. So two businessmen, Nomad and Bob, Nobu and Bob, bought the... Bob. Yeah, I know. It's like Nobu and Bob. Like, it's just classic Disney. Bought the train track and turned it into a thing to take people up to the old tea base in the mountains so you could maybe see a glimpse of the Yeti. There's so... Like, you go through the queue. First, you start in their offices. There's so many little details in there. In Nepal, which is what Everest and Asia as a whole is based on, shopkeepers a lot of times sleep in their shops on the second floor. So you look up and you see, like, beds and a ladder to get up. You pass through a temple dedicated to the Yeti, which Imagineers found in Africa, or not Africa, Nepal, and brought back. You go through a shop to get your your supplies. And then you go through. There's a museum, a full museum dedicated to the Yeti, and 90% of the stuff in the museum is real stuff that people from Nepal and other places in the Himalayas have collected to discuss the existence of the Yeti. So you can, like, if there's like an hour wait or 2 hour wait, I can stand in that line and be entertained the entire time. Because the amount of the insane, like a deranged madman Joe Rohde must be to have put this much amount of effort into a line. Like, the queue for Everest is better than some of my favorite attractions, I think. Like, I would almost rather go through the queue than, like, you know, maybe not Country Bears.
Mm.
I dare do Country Bears, but like if it was like you can go on Space Mountain or the Q forever, so I'd be like I'm walking the Q. Yeah, it's just again, it's not a relaxing place, and it leads up to a ride, which is amazing. So it's a little different one on my list, but that just checking out all the detail, and the detail even start like even before the Q. There's notices around Anandapur in Asia, warning of the Yeti or directing you to the museum. It's crazy. There's newspaper articles explaining the incident. There's pictures of the trains that would take the tea up. There's so much there that I've been through the Flight of Passage queue once. It was fantastic. I have to go again to really check it out. This is still the best themed ride, in my opinion, in Disney World. And again, I don't care if we sound like fanatics, but Rhodey and those guys just killed it here.
I'd say aside from Hank and the Tank.
Yeah, Hank the Tank's pretty awesome.
In Flight of Passage, Everest is still better.
Yeah. Do you want to explain what Hank the Tank is?
It's the Avatar in the Tank.
Yes, I know, but I'm just saying, like, they're like, who the frig is Hank in the Tank?
That's not the common name?
I don't know. You're right, but then that might not all know who Hank is.
That's right.
All right, me again. Everyone's going to yell.
One more thing about Expedition Everest. Everything you just said is the reason why Bob Iger's wrong about that the roller coaster in India.
Nice job, Nick. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I do respect you, sir, if you want to hire me.
Like, I know. That's just a dumb-ass thing to say.
Yeah, we said our piece. Go to
but I think if Rhodey took him there, because it's such an insult to the hard work.
To the Imagineers.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm glad that Rhodey.
People are going to yell at me for talking so long. All right.
Are you sure you have 10?
Yeah.
Seems like we've...
Well, because 2 of mine
are
yours.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Harambe, the village of Harambe. Specifically, I'll say Harambe Market.
Yeah.
Harambe might be my favorite place in Animal Kingdom now, beating Pandora. Basically every place.
I think you said that for all 3 things.
Favorite queue? Favorite waterfalls? No, Pandora's still my favorite. But Harambe, I've gained such a newfound appreciation for Africa as a whole in Animal Kingdom. I won't talk too much because I've been talking about Animal Kingdom so much. But just, again, incredible theming and details in the marketplace. There's a great story of the history of Harambe, and it follows through into the marketplace. Disney expanded it, so Harambe, there's even an expansion in the story. The food is fantastic. The posters on the walls, like, it looks like a real market. You've got, like, water towers. You've got signs for local businesses. Smells great because of the food. I could go on for an hour about Pandora, but I'll shut up. Or about Africa.
So that's the parks.
Go to Harambe Market.
Yeah, that's the parks.
Yeah, I got 2.
The resorts. I'll go first with my resort.
Yeah, please. I'm done.
I would say the Polynesian Lobby.
You talk about. I'll give you the Poly.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
I win. Just getting off the Magical Express or walking from the parking lot, you have the people greeting you with the leis, but even before that, you have the waterfalls on each side, the torches, the tiki statues, everything about that's amazing. Then you walk in there, you see the hidden Mickey in the rocks. You see Maui, the tiki god. That's probably like the best looking thing in Disney. It's so small. It's
Best looking thing in Disney.
Like that guy is just so perfect. I love him. And
Epcot Spaceship Earth.
No. Maui the Tiki Man. Then that even has a little waterfall.
Yep.
They give you a lei. They just have that calm music.
That smell.
That smell. I remember I was waiting for my friends to come meet me when we were going to check in for a mini vacation, and I was just sitting around just like, oh man, this place is awesome. You go out the back of the lobby, and it's got the Pineapple Lani on the left, the little grass area with the torches.
You can see the castle.
You can see the castle, obviously. Everything about it is just amazing.
Trader Sam's to your left. Amazing.
Yeah.
We don't have to talk about that again. You got...
I didn't put in Trader Sam's just because, like...
It's a different place.
We beat it to death.
I didn't put Trader Sam's on mine either.
Yeah, but just because we're trying to say other things.
Yeah, we've talked about the pie a lot, so the only thing I want to add is you talking about the feeling of like getting off the Magical Express. Like it's great to walk into the Poly like for dinner or something, but when you're starting your vacation and like you
Exactly.
walk in there and you're like, I'm staying at the Polynesian, like it just feels so good.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Do you have one more?
I do, but You want to go?
No, you can go ahead.
All right. It's a lobby, and it's the lobby of the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, shocker.
Shock upon shock. Listen, Animal Kingdom is perfect. Animal Kingdom Lodge is perfect. Don't blame me. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. There's no Hollywood Studios Lodge. Animal Kingdom Lodge, again, just incredible detail put into it. It's the biggest collection of African artwork outside of Africa. You know, we've said before, we literally spent 2 days here because of the storm. So I just wandered, I looked at every little, crevice of the place. So many things to look at from African artwork. There's African, examples of African rituals. There's a little library on the left. When you're looking on the left, there's the great bridge that you can walk upon. Like it's like 5 stories high. There's the beautiful, huge window looking out the savannah. You
They
got
have that little fire pit outside with the rocking chairs.
yeah, and there's
One inside as well.
there's a fire pit inside. Yeah, there's a little walking area out there. You've got you can look down and see, smell Boma, see Victoria Falls Lounge, see the little stream of the waterfall. It's as far as a themed resort, it's the best one on property. I still would rather probably stay at the Poly just because it's the Poly and I can take a
Location.
monorail to Magic Kingdom. But Animal Kingdom Lodge is there. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And that lobby, again, I don't love, like, there's not a lot of comfortable places I think to sit in the Polynesian lobby. Some of the chairs aren't like they're not super comfortable. You know what I mean?
There's a few, yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
but everywhere at Animal Kingdom lobby, just cushions and soft chairs. Like it's so nice. It's great. And it's a place like for a solo trip, for a honeymoon, for a romantic trip, for families. Everything works there. Animal Kingdom Lodge is fantastic. I'm pretty sure I agree with your last one. So
I have 2 more, actually.
oh, all right,
Yeah.
good.
Do you know what my last 2 are?
I know one.
So they're both kind of in the same area.
Go for the one that I know.
I don't know which one that is.
It begins with a B.
Okay, yeah. So I am. Your first one, you kind of cheated and you gave a land. I'm kind of cheating
All right.
with mine, and I'm saying the actual boardwalk, not the hotel. Walking on the boardwalk with the shops on your left, the restaurants, the Ample Hills ice cream place, and then you have the right with Crescent Lake.
Yes.
Crescent
yes.
Lake, the Friendships boats. You can see the other 2 Beach Club and Yacht Club, Swan and Dolphin.
Great views. Everywhere.
Yeah, everything about it is just so calming. At nighttime, it's even better. It's just everything about that place is like I have to go there at least once a trip. I went out of my way several times. Like I would park at Epcot. I would walk through Epcot just to go to the boardwalk to hang out, and then I go like catch Illuminations and leave.
The resort loop gets all the love and acclaim. This might be the best, like just hanging out area,
Yeah, I agree.
relaxing area on property. Like it's like another world.
Yeah, no,
Go.
I'm saying like, just you sit on a bench.
Yeah.
You just
You could have a vacation at the boardwalk, just walking to Epcot,
yeah.
and like you don't even need to know there's 3 other parks and hotels and everything, and it'd be a fantastic.
I agree.
I mean, how do you be a 5-minute walk to Epcot?
It's perfect. And like I didn't mention, Jelly Rolls is great.
Yeah.
It's a great just place to have fun. That's not relaxing, but that's a great place.
Is your next one like 10 feet away?
It's across the lake.
Okay.
Do
I
you have anything to say about the boardwalk?
You pretty much nailed it. Like this might, we say relaxing a lot, but this might be just
Uber
you
relaxing.
feel
Like getting
like-
something from the bakery.
just even like taking the friendship boats, like it's really like just like it's like Xanax.
Yeah.
Being on the boardwalk, it's just like you can't feel stressed. it just those. I love the rocking chairs on like the outside lobby of the hotel.
Yeah,
Just overlooking the beach club.
the lake.
Yeah. Oh my God, so good. I'm so happy we're staying there.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we're staying because I Poly's still my favorite, but it's a different feel at the boardwalk.
Yeah, we each been to the Poly twice. We each been to Animal Kingdom twice. It's nice to go to this one again.
Absolutely.
And just be able to relax there.
Oh, it's so great. Abracadabra too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Flying Fish. I mean, everything there is great.
Except the stupid ESPN thing.
Yeah, that's good for the sports fan. If there's an important game,
The sports.
like I was considering going there for March Madness if like if they guaranteed all four channels would be on. But then my last one, it is in the beach club. Is it what you're thinking?
Well, now I know what it is, I think, but it wasn't what I was thinking. Well, I'll expand on it.
What were you thinking, first of all?
I was
An honorable
thinking,
mention.
I was thinking kind of an extension of the boardwalk, the walk from the Boardwalk Beach Club area to.
Oh yeah, no, that's relaxing, but that also is part of the boardwalk.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
like that little under the bridge
Yeah.
area and everything about
Yeah.
that. But this is
I assume it's the
Solaria.
Yeah.
yeah.
good
Just-
pick. That's a good pick.
It is just so nice. Another place just to get away from it. Yet, it's glass ceilings, correct?
Everything's glass. I'm
Everything's
pretty
glass.
sure.
Yeah, you have a little kid area they can hang out. It's right by the gift shop. We sat there during a rainstorm waiting for our reservation for Cape May.
That was so nice.
It was
relaxing.
just so nice.
You know, I never would have put that on my list, and that's an excellent pick. They got a couple great pictures on the wall with some hidden Mickeys.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't have much to say about that place because it's small.
There's not much to say, but you know, it's simple.
Yeah,
It does. It again, one of those little areas where
not many people are there.
you know, it's not even something we go every trip. It's not something. It's not a destination, but when you're there, like it's so nice to have.
Exactly. I'm just gonna go through my list one last time to make sure I got everything. I think I said everything. But yeah, looks like that is it. That is each of our 10 places.
We probably could have, like, because I agreed with pretty much everyone except the Germany one because I've never been. But like, I could have had 10 different places and basically loved them all.
Yeah.
Almost the same.
I agree. But yeah, we'd be curious as to what you guys, where you go to get away from it all. To what are your favorite places that aren't rides in Disney World?
I'm gonna ask you a question that you weren't expecting, just because we're a little short on time. Least favorite, most crowded, hectic place for you in Disney World that you're just like, I'm here, I gotta just move.
I feel bad saying it, but it's Tomorrowland.
Come on.
Tomorrowland is always so busy, and I'm just like, I don't enjoy it. I do enjoy like walking into Tomorrowland. That walkway is always very nice, going straight to the People Mover, but it is always just so crowded. I don't really like all the branches of the hub, like those walkways, just because they are small. A big bottleneck is obviously Small World and Peter Pan, but it's so short that I get out of it before I start even thinking about how annoying it is.
Mine would probably be like walking into World Showcase, because it's always crowded, that area, especially with festivals.
You're talking about like I'm thinking also going from like that merchandise shop to Mexico. That's always packed.
And like even like the Odyssey area, which is, it's going to be less.
Yeah.
But like if you're walking in or walking out, and it's like, you know, like evening is just coming and people are starting to, you know, shovel in there, or like an illuminations is over and people are coming out. That's always like, because there's not a lot of room to you know, get away from the crazy crowds. That's always like one of those places where, you know, it's not a terrible place or anything, but it's like, you know, I got to duck into the pyramid or something. You know, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. There's not really any place in Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom that bother me with the crowds.
Oh, well, only Africa when that Lion King show comes out.
Yeah, but we're rarely ever there having to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, any place with crowds is obviously going to be a little annoying, but those places, like I was thinking the bottleneck in the Peter Pan Small World area too, where it's just like, that one's always just jam-packed.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's short, so you can kind of duck out.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm just thinking, you know what smells really bad? And here's a place, like a least favorite place. I walked into something, maybe just to go to the bathroom or get some water. It was the Electric Umbrella.
Oh yeah,
That place, it smelled vile.
Yeah.
Like I was shocked at how disgusting it was.
it's not the best.
No.
I don't set foot in there.
No, yeah, I was just going in real quick, but that's a least relaxing.
Yeah, I
that's
can
probably
see
number
that.
one on the list. Yeah,
Anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
I think we're good.
All right. Thank you everyone for listening. Give us some comments on the episode. What your favorite and least favorite places to get away from it all. Maybe we'll talk about your comment on the beginning of next week's episode. Thank you for listening. Tell your friends. Follow me at Disney Detailer on Instagram. Anthony's off the grid still.
I got some things
Got
cooking.
something working.
Yeah, maybe change
Talking
soon.
with Joe Rody, maybe creating something.
Yeah,
And Anthony, I'll let you sign off.
Kungaloosh.